The United States has finally found Iraq. Lang's lifeline is truly at stake if a large-scale war were to break out with the 3/5 stealth fighter faction. Even the B-52 strategic bomber, though of great use, wouldn't be of much use. The U.S. military's F-15EX fighter jet has performed exceptionally well, with orders jumping from 129 million in a single day. The number of U.S. military aircraft has surged to 267 after successive campaigns in the Middle East, facing adversaries like Iran and other Middle Eastern countries. The U.S. military's F-35 stealth fighter relies on stealth. The stealth advantage of breaking through defenses is excessive and is necessary to achieve stealth. Capability: F-35 fighter jet sacrificed. Its internal ammunition storage capacity is extremely low. B-52B-1B large bomber itself. Completely defenseless, long mission preparation time, long relocation distance, and significant target. The cost of large-scale deployment is staggering and numerous. In several cases, they can only launch expensive standoff missiles. The shortcomings of the U.S. military's F-61 medium fighter jet. Its essence is obvious. It's a medium-sized air superiority fighter with less than ideal range and payload. It possesses long-range deep strike capabilities. However, the F-15EX heavy fighter belongs to the fourth generation semi-heavy combat platform with external nuclear high-energy payload. 13 tons of ammunition and long range. If in aerial combat, the mode can carry 12 M120 medium-range missiles. Air-to-air missiles and F-15EX heavy fighter jets can ensure their own safety, seizing air superiority and capable of carrying a large number of long-range ground attack missiles. This medicine is perfectly suited for dealing with third-world countries, enough to suppress the air forces of the vast majority of third-world countries and air defense forces in the Middle East and Africa. The vast majority of battlefields in Southeast Asia do not exist. A sophisticated, integrated air defense system actually has no real necessary use. The cost-effectiveness of missile trucks like the F-15EX stealth fighter far surpasses that of stealth fighters. Furthermore, small-scale operations are needed to respond to short-term emergencies, when rapid response fighter jets have their own air combat self-defense capabilities. The F-15EX fighter squadron has unparalleled advantages. For example, once the target is temporarily acquired, intelligence indicates that several F-15EX fighter jets can quickly take off directly from the Gulf base, enabling them to engage in ground targets launched attacks with medium-range air-to-air missiles. It can counter enemy aircraft interception without requiring a large-scale air superiority escort formation. It is the most suitable for attacking time-sensitive targets such as Iranian missile launchers. Control of the airspace over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's increasingly sophisticated approach to warfare suggests a mastermind behind it. They don't bomb barracks or planes, they focus solely on radar and defense. On July 21, the empty system was targeted. Poland's counterattack was fully in place, Patriot missiles were bombed, radar was destroyed, and drone hangars were burned. Iran has blinded the military's air defenses one by one. Bahrain was the first to be hit. Iranian missiles and drones precisely struck Patriot positions, hitting them directly. The Patriot air defense system in the affected area is not something that can be easily destroyed. Edge. Corner is. The radar and launch vehicle were the targets of the Patriot missile. It's just a pile of scrap metal with no target in sight. Lock. Helpless missiles and burning fire. The fact that there's no difference between sticks and air defense systems means that an air defense system costing tens of millions of dollars is essentially the same. It was rendered useless by a missile costing several $100,000. This debt, no matter how you calculate it, it's a huge loss, and along with it, the Qatari fighter jet and the HIMARS rocket will suffer. The artillery position is equipped with radar facilities, including the MQ-9. The hangars of the Reaper drones were bombed one by HIMARS. What is it? The US military's trump card long-range strike capability was previously touted in Ukraine. As a result, when they arrived in the Middle East, their radar and vehicle were destroyed by Iran. The US military relies on the MQ-9 drone for reconnaissance in the Middle East. The hangar was blown up into the sky. The eyes are directly reduced. Why specifically target radar? This tactic is crystal clear: first blind it, then attack. US military air defense system. Command system. The entire reconnaissance system relies on radar. Without radar, Patriot missiles cannot stop fighter jets. Unable to see the target base, unaware of the attack. Where did Iran come from? This tactic is all about mixing things up. Those who go there won't follow you. I'm not going to compete with you on who has more bombs to delete accounts. I'll just gouge your eyes out first. Make you deaf. The blind man can be beaten however he wants from the very beginning. The tactic of shifting from widespread indiscriminate bombing to precise strikes against key targets is becoming increasingly sophisticated. The more skillful you are, the more you fight. Zhou is clearly getting more and more methodical in his play, and this isn't the first time. The recent waves of attacks have all followed this path. Pre-explosive FP's early warning radar allows you to operate at long range. Even if you can't see the Patriot's fire control radar, it will be unstoppable once it gets close enough to bomb you. Then bomb the command center and communication nodes to make you a dragon. No head. Only then did they collect the fighter jets and rockets. Artillery. Camp these soft targets a set. The combined attack dismantled the US air defense system. People used to boast that the US military's air defense was invincible, but when a real war broke out, they found that they were outmatched. Being constantly watched on the radar and getting hit with a stick is impossible to defend against. Even more ironic. The difference lies in cost. An Iranian ballistic missile costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, while suicide drones are much cheaper. A Patriot air defense system costs tens of thousands of dollars per aircraft and tens of millions of dollars per interceptor. Intercepting missiles would cost millions of Iraqi troops. Langyong. Those guys with tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars are just trying to rob your tens or hundreds of millions of dollars worth of belongings. Each time you lose money, you'll go bankrupt in no time. It's not blue, right? Radar sites were bombed one by one, and the air defense network was directly breached. No matter how you calculate it. It's Iran that's making money. It's a typical asymmetrical style of play. You play against yourself. I'll hit you where you're most vulnerable and hurt. In the past 2 weeks, the US military has suffered a defeat. How many Patriot radars were destroyed? For HIMARS radars were bombed, and radar command systems were damaged. The center was destroyed one by one by Black Hawk helicopters, and the tops of 2 Typhoon fighter jets were blown off. Now even drone hangars are being lost. Damaged. The greater the loss. The more you fight, the more you defend. If this trend continues, the US military's bases in the Middle East will truly become blind to the dangers of air travel. Finally, I have a question for everyone regarding Iran's radar-specific system. Do you think pressure point techniques are very clever? According to this, how long can the US air defense system hold out if the pace continues? Share your thoughts in the comments section. A new development has emerged on the Ukrainian battlefield. A noteworthy new development, according to reliable sources, is that the United States. A new type of artificial intelligence is being tested in Ukraine. Intelligent tactics and strategies. This marks the first time in human history that artificial intelligence technology has been applied. It is reported that the US military is using Google for real battlefield applications. The artificial intelligence system produced by the Russian military inputs a large amount of operational data into the system package, including the Russian military's combat habits, weapon usage types, and tactical preferences. Good wait. Through a massive database and advanced artificial intelligence, the algorithm system can predict the next offensive move of the Russian army and calculate the Russian armies. The weak point. This data was subsequently provided to the Ukrainian side. It is worth noting that this was done to strengthen its defensive capabilities and increase its offensive power. These data also. This includes key information such as the direction and number of Russian artillery deployments. The information provided invaluable tactical guidance for the Ukrainian side. This is based on people. The battle of artificial intelligence. Tactical warfare not only improved combat efficiency but also changed the nature of warfare. Earth-shaking changes. Military experts commented on this new development. The application of intelligent technology on the battlefield will undoubtedly have a profound impact on future warfare. On the one hand, it will make combat more precise and efficient. On the other hand, direction. This could also raise new ethical and legal issues. This situation also provides important lessons for China. Experts point out that as the form of warfare continues to evolve, we must prepare in advance and vigorously develop artificial intelligence technology. Technique. And only by applying it to national defense construction can we. Only then can we remain invincible in future wars, especially with the advancement of artificial intelligence technology. As technology continues to develop, its application on the battlefield will, more broadly. Looking forward to seeing more innovation. The emergence of tactics and strategies also reflects the hope that countries can work together. Adherence to international law and ethical norms ensures human rights. Healthy development of artificial intelligence technology. You bombed my bridge, Iran's tactics have become increasingly methodical and precise as they fight. Seize the lifeline of the US military. On July 21st, the 24th wave of Operation Victory II officially began in Iran, launching a large number of ballistic missiles at long range, cruise missiles and suicide drones on multiple fronts. A saturation strike was launched to simultaneously cover US targets in Bahrain, Kuwait, and Jordan. The most core. This refers to Amazon AWS in Bahrain. The precise strike by the East Core Data Center, according to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. Official. Fong stated that multiple long-range cruise missiles directly hit several targets. The main computing room of the center's main building has completely collapsed. Internal power supply system with liquid cooling. Prepare cross-sea backbone fiber optic cables. The large-scale scrapping of some damaged server clusters is possible. Some might wonder why Iran went to such great lengths instead of bombing the US. Why would a military base host a commercial company's server room? What does this mean for the US military? So, first of all, it's not just a simple server room, but Amazon holds the digital warfare brain of the US military in the Middle East. The US Department of Defense's multi-billion-dollar military cloud contract in China. The data center in the middle has a specially designated confidential computing area for use by the war zone's classified military equipment. The mission used Iran to directly define it as a number. The operational and intelligence warfare positions are even more crucial. What's more, it's only a few kilometers from the headquarters of the US Fifth Fleet. It is the Persian Gulf Sea. The strategic value of the nearest low-latency computing hub to the operational area far exceeds that of a regular military base. Specifically, this data center supports two core combat capabilities of the US military. One is human-machine integrated real-time computing. The familiar American soldiers died. Shenhuaing UAV aerial image transmission. Target AI identification and flight route scheduling are all handled here. Local computing power support eliminates the need to transfer data. According to data transmitted transatlantically back to the United States, only by directly eliminating transmission delay can the US be supported. The military's swift and precise decapitation strikes at sea. Move. Second, the aggregation and distribution of intelligence across the entire domain. CIA analysis. US Central Command satellite reconnaissance. Data includes merchant ship monitoring information and missile warnings in the Strait of Hormuz. All data is stored and analyzed here in a unified manner. Even the intelligence sharing budget between the United States and Israel relies on. This milestone is equivalent to the US military having eyes in the Middle East. A large part of the auditory nerve center is located in this. More importantly, the US military's tactics after resuming strikes against Iran in July have become clearer. Significant changes have begun, with large-scale investment in new types of products. Unmanned attack craft and drones regard unmanned equipment as the core means of breaking through defenses, especially. It is an unmanned attack vessel with a shallow draft and small size. Now that able to dive, the area's clandestine infiltrations have caused trouble from the Strait of Hormuz, and it is frequently misidentified by Iranian radar as ordinary small merchant ships, combined with high-altitude drones for reconnaissance and cover, and electronic communications. Number shielding. Russian unmanned surface vessel carries unusual cargo. Suicide attacks with warheads weighing hundreds of kilograms did indeed cause significant damage to Iran recently. The loss is not small, but this set looks. This seemingly flexible playing style has a fatal weakness. That is, it relies heavily on AI algorithm scheduling. The crucial computing power support comes precisely from this AWS. Iran targets data centers, specifically server rooms. Preparing to lie flat and then drawing out the hard is to cut off the US military, the foundation of military naval operations. Secondly, this area is easy to attack due to its weak defenses and low difficulty of penetration. Everyone knows that the US military has a strong presence in the Middle East. Those places are heavily fortified with air defense systems, making them difficult to penetrate, but this place is different. Although Iran attacked this place in April. Subsequently, the US military upgraded the air defense level here, but compared to the US military base, it's still far inferior. More importantly, Iran's strikes here have a high cost-benefit ratio. Aghanme cruise missile cost. $1 million order can directly cripple a business worth billions of dollars. Yuan computing power cluster. Amazon assessed one after the attack. The reconstruction period for Park Number 1 is estimated to be 8 to 10 months. Direct investment. Produce. Losses exceeding $2.2 billion could weaken the US military's digital warfare capabilities in the long term. In addition to this, there is another. This is also a subtle way for Iran to send a warning to America's Middle Eastern allies. Bahrain is a US military base in Persia. Iran directly strikes key digital bases within the Gulf region, a crucial strategic point on the road. Infrastructure. This is a clear warning to overseas communities. If overseas operations are overly tied to the US military's computing power deployment, and conflicts escalate, the country's financial and government cloud systems will also be affected. Essentially, it forces these countries to reconsider their positions. The cost of Iran's deep military ties with the United States. Operation Wave is a two-pronged approach that directly targets America's global interests, severely damaging the US military on one hand. In the Middle East, actual combat capabilities also impact the United States' global technological hegemony. After all, the paralysis of the Middle East node of the world's largest cloud service provider will directly affect. This has triggered financial difficulties in many overseas countries. Widespread disruption of shipping internet services impacts business and economy overseas. Their very lifelines have been affected. This is tantamount to handing the White House a clear account. The cost of airstrikes against Iran is far more than just equipment losses on the battlefield. Your technological reputation, business interests, and the trust of your allies will all be footing the bill.